What is up, guys? Welcome in. My name is Nick and welcome to the channel. You join me today for another pseudo talking head type video. This time we're just going to be going through a quick run through and sort of what I'm planning on doing with the channel going into 2024 basically. So first bit to clear off will be the more obvious thing of obviously the rebranding away from Nick Harper Racing to Blown Piston and Motorsport. There's multiple reasons for this. First of all, the NHR stuff was kind of it was almost like a temporary kind of name thing, I guess. Like I was never really massively happy with it. It was just a way for me to start making content, and yeah, it's just, I feel like it's time to move away from that. I'm not really a person who likes having sort of name thrown about kind of thing. I don't know. It just felt a bit weird, a bit awkward for me to have, like, yeah, it's me, it's my name. Like, it's, I don't know. And also, trying to limit your full name on the internet's probably not a bad idea, I guess. But yeah, it just felt a bit too sort of narcissistic. And I'm trying to... the more I've been going through this, the more I feel like I want to sort of not necessarily remove myself, I think, but open up to more opportunities. And I feel like removing my name off of it means that there is the option to sort of expand in other ways that aren't limited to just me. So I've got plans of sort of, I want to foster a community in Forza. I feel like the new Forza is missing some kind of almost like an LFM type thing, but for Forza, somewhere a big large group of people can go and get good racing that isn't necessarily just using the normal lobbies kind of thing. And I feel like removing NHR from that and making it something else, I can only sort of probably help it, I guess. Also, like I'll go into a bit more detail on this later on, but there is an element of sort of branding and merchandise and stuff like that. Now that the channel is getting over 500 subs, I'm getting very close to the first tier of monetization. Yes, I know that is an awful word when it comes to YouTube, but yeah, it just gives, I feel like it gives me more options to play around. The logo's a bit better to build stuff around, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, that's kind of the reason for the rebrand itself. So in terms of actual content coming into 2024, we're going to be looking at I have a skeleton structure for a Discord server set up waiting to go. I'm just having a look at various different bots and things to help run that. I've also obviously had a number of other creators come to me saying that they've already got Discord servers when I mentioned it in the MX5 race recently. So we may be merging together and doing that potentially, just trying to limit the amount of Discord servers people are in. Really, I feel like we're developing quite a close-knit kind of group. In the Venn diagram of content consumers and content creators, I feel like probably a fairly big overlap when it comes to that sort of stuff. So yeah, I will be involved with some form of Discord server, whether that be my own or we jump in with someone else and make a group one. That will be decided shortly, I imagine. The organising the MX5 Cup kind of showed me that there needs to be a better way to communicate with people more reliably when it comes to that sort of stuff. Now, I used to be back on Forza forums back in the day organising race series, so I'm looking to potentially do that as well, whether that's be through my own website that I can sort of build and moderate, or we go through one of these forum builder services. But I feel like alongside the Discord server, a more permanent web-based solution could be a good idea. On the more content side of things, I'm looking at getting a full 80/20 rig from places like Track Racer or GT Omega. That should be hopefully in the next month or so. And getting that will enable me to do is set up for live streams. So the goal of me is to the next big goal for me is to sort of do regular live streaming alongside. There's no sort of planned change in the actual content I'm making. I'll still keep making my commentary videos and in the same sort of style that I've been doing and all that sort of stuff, but I'll be sprinkling some live streams and stuff because that's the bit that intrigues me the most when it comes to content creation, I think, at the moment. But yeah, I'm open to various different bits. I've had some messages from some other content creators about doing some sort of creator racing sort of stuff, either through public lobbies or through closed championships. So options for that as well. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff coming up. I've got some bits in the pipeline, shall we say. Yeah, and then obviously the final bit, I really think probably need to talk about will be the monetization side of things, because for those of you who don't know, when it comes to how YouTube monetization works, it's sort of a two-tiered system. You've got the first level, which enables you to get things like membership, super chats, and integration of like merch shopping and all that sort of stuff. Now I'm over the eligibility for that in terms of subs. You have to get 500 subscribers for that. I'm just a little bit shy in terms of watch hours. I need about another 200 odd hours for watch time on my videos before that becomes available to me. And then after that, you get your standard ad rev, which is 1,000 subscribers or 4,000 watch hours. So we're about 460 away, 470 away, and then about 1,200 watch hours. So that should be a little way off. The aim for that would be to get that done sort of by March, hopefully. But what I'm going to be doing is, if I do get to the point of ad revenue or the ability to apply mid-roll ads, this is my commitment to you, saying I will do everything I can to minimize the amount of adverts, mostly because they just really annoy me and I don't want to subject anyone else to them if I can avoid it. So from what I understand, the pre-roll and end-roll ads I have no control over, but the mid-roll ads, the ones that appear mid-video, is fully in the hands of the creator to decide if they do or don't want them. So I will be doing the best I can to make sure that they do not appear. Now, the goal for me is to make this potentially a viable source. Obviously that is going to be a ways off, probably at least a year or so away, if not longer, depending on how the channel grows over the next 12 months. So not getting the ad revenue, while it's not a large amount of money from what my research has shown me, obviously it does make that a bit more difficult. So it's completely up to you what you want to do. That I have set up a Ko-fi link, like ko-fi. It's kind of similar to Patreon, but it's better split on my end. Basically your donations less is taken by the donation provider, basically. There is a link for that on the page now. It's completely up to you if you want to do any donations or not. If you do, awesome. If you don't, awesome, it's fine. I'm not expecting anything from anyone. Shortly, when we get providing my application for monetization is approved, we'll get the membership side of things sorted, which will be, you can sign up for $4.99 a month, I think it is, which will provide me 55% of that, I think 60% maybe, something like that, as a monthly donation. That will get you some perks, and once I'm at that point, I'll figure out what perks will be available to you. Again, it's completely up to you. I'm not going to be pushing for these in every video or anything like that, but I'm just making you aware of the options that will be available, that if you do want to support me doing this, they are available there for you. And yeah, the membership, once I get it, that will give you the option. It'll be, I don't want to put anything behind a paywall, basically. Everything will be open to everyone. And if you do any form of sort of subscriptions or stuff like that, we'll just get you some extra stuff. So I'm in the process of trying to figure out what that is. But yeah, it's there's a lot of stuff going to happen over the next 12 months, hopefully. Pretty excited to see where this goes. As I say, I'm way ahead of where I thought I was going to be at this point, so I'm struggling trying to catch up with myself in terms of plans. I'm having to think of all this stuff a lot quicker than I was planning on doing it. So all I can say is thank you very much for obviously the first 3 and a bit months that we've been doing this. It's been absolutely amazing. It blows my mind that there are so many people that enjoy my content that can come back and watch it, and just seeing the figures every day. Like, I have to keep readjusting myself when I look at a video going, oh, this one's not performing very well. And I'm like, no, it's sat there it's been up for a little over 24 hours and 500 people have taken time out of their day to sit and watch it. It's very easy to get lost in the numbers in this thing. So yeah, I just want to say again, thank you very much for sticking around. Thank you for everyone who joined the race on the 28th. That was great fun. Definitely planning on doing a lot more of that soon. I'm just trying to I think build in a bit more of an infrastructure to make doing those races a bit more simple, basically. So bear with me while I try and figure out how to do that. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. Thank you for joining, thank you for subscribing, thank you for liking, thank you for comment. Thank you, basically. Yeah, plenty more from me to come in the future, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.